Welcome to the Weird Girls Club with Niamh
and Amy.
Now grab a cuppa
Or something stronger.
and let's get into it. We're back for another episode of the Weird
Girls Club.
I was like, I'm not going to make it through. And I was like,
Can we leave them in?
yeah, I don't care.
Let's just keep on going.
Sorry to whoever has
spitting everywhere.
my chain is a fucking tatters.
Oh my god.
I need to fix this shit. But
welcome back to another episode of the Weird Girls Club podcast. Sorry to audio listeners or anyone wearing headphones.
Or if the
Yeah, that's absolutely mangled together your chain.
I know, like, why do chains go like this when you wear like multiple chains?
Sometimes
together?
do you wish like you had like a metal plate in your chest that like they just sat in place? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Or if you had like a metal plate in your chest and you just all magneted to it.
That's what I just
Oh, I thought you might just tell us to wear the whole thing around your neck, like, and it just used to lock them into place. But I'm saying, like, what if you had like two little beads and you just stuck them on, like? It's around the same idea.
Yeah, kind of. I was thinking like I don't know, like a little metal bib, but like it's actually inside you under your skin, and it just keeps like your jewelry, your necklaces in place.
I'd love that.
Yeah, because I kind of hate when they always go inside the collar your t-shirt and all.
I know, like
it's
like
girly things.
I couldn't be right. This is the way it is. This is life here. So,
but yeah, hope everyone's having a great week.
What's the story anyway? Any news?
No.
None.
No. Do I have nails? I'm pregnant.
with fucking spiced
Immaculate
lattes.
conception. I have a pumpkin spice baby in my belly.
baby.
No.
But John, what about?
I have mixed reviews about tuna.
Yeah,
That's
tell me
about
the story.
I bought store-made sushi yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. When I got home, I realised it was a fucking spicy tuna roll, and I hate tuna. But I decided to taste it, and I was like, oh, it's nice. But then as I was eating, I was like, I actually don't know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still edible, and I was like,
why do you always get messed up with sushi?
I don't know. Or like, the last time I actually ordered sushi to my house, I dropped like 10 rolls on the floor, and they were like the more expensive ones.
You were devastated.
Yeah, I was like, why can't I drop like the cheaper rolls? It was fucking devastating. And then it was like none of them were even salvageable because they had like sauce over them, so there was like Fletcher's hair and all in them, and I was like, ugh.
I know, that's it.
But yeah, no, that was.
I'm actually just going to apologise because I forgot we have a camera and we record, so this t-shirt, it is immaculately creased.
New trend.
Yeah, because do you know what? I just didn't care. That's to be honest. I actually never wore this t-shirt before.
I like that colour.
Yeah, H&M. It was like a sandy colour or something. The only thing is, when you wear that sandy colour, it's very hard to find something that will go with it.
I find that too.
It's very
like
hard.
You think it's gonna go with everything because it's literally just neutral, and then it actually doesn't. But I actually love what you're wearing today.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, you look real fancy or something.
Thanks. I want to look nice for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, yeah. What have you been up to? We live exciting lives.
We live very radical lives, but no, I think I'm just excited to put my autumn decorations up. Like, when, actually, this is the question, when is the appropriate time to put autumn decorations up? And yeah, I do own autumn decorations, right?
I don't know because I don't own autumn decorations.
Right, well, this is a video we have to do. You have to go get autumn decorations. Now, mine are only $1. It's not fancy, but it just gives you a little, like, makes it a little bit warmer, because I think I prefer autumn decorations than Halloween decorations.
I don't put Halloween decorations up either.
I've never put, since I moved here, I've never put Halloween decorations up. But I've had, because Thanksgiving, I actually bought them because I hosted Thanksgiving
last year.
I want to say last year. Last year I hosted Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because the year before that was when I met you. Was it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was last year you hosted it.
Yeah. So last year I hosted.
Got lost in the mail.
I wasn't close to her then. I barely knew her.
But you still knew me.
Here, it was COVID times. What did you want? Isn't that funny? Like, we weren't even close this time last year. Like, I knew
No,
you.
do you know what's actually funny though? You're saying that, but we actually did like go to the Hear the Dog together already by this time last year, and I still wasn't invited to Thanksgiving.
Moving on. You're invited this year.
Like, I invited you up to my gaff like a few weeks later for our movie night.
Yeah, did we watch any movies? No, we
No,
talked
because
that
Niamh
whole way
doesn't
through.
shut the fuck up talking.
Anywho.
We went to the cinema for the first time together the other day, and I was actually so anxious Niamh was going to talk the whole way through, because we do talk like a lot when we see each other, hence why we actually then started a podcast. So we've never, I don't think, watched a full movie like at home, and I was so anxious because although I can talk through a movie like when we chat, it's actually one of my pet peeves in the cinema when other people talk.
No,
I don't
it's mine as
mind
well.
like commentary every now and then when like there's a joke or something, like because we went to see Free Guy and it was good, but we actually didn't talk, and I was just like, oh, relief. I was like, I don't want to have to like elbow her in the ribs, like shut the fuck up.
No,
I hate when
that's
other
like
people-
me as well.
Yeah.
Like when you're in a film, it's like, right.
I think because there's other people there, and like I can't stand when other people do it. Like I don't almost want to like kick them in their seats. Like it's, I think like it's over. So then I'm like, I don't want to be that person either.
So were you delighted when you left and you were like, oh my gosh, she's not a talker? And stuff?
Yeah.
Like I know I like put a joke in here or there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that odd little thing we'd be like, oh yeah, like
and it was only reference like, oh, that's so scary.
Yeah.
We don't have coffee, or oh no, it's like,
yeah,
but,
yeah.
not
Little things
constantly.
like that, I
That's
don't
fucking
mind.
annoying when someone is constantly doing it.
Yeah, I
And you're
get
just
if the
like-
movie's shit and you're kind of like, right, do you want to leave? Like
do you wanna
that's
fucking ditch
totally
this?
different. But like,
Want to bounce this bitch?
yeah, like who actually goes to the cinema to just talk?
If people didn't think we were talkers, and they'd say us.
Yeah, but no. Or like Joe, if I'm watching like a real intense show as well.
Like Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like chime in like
don't-
little like commentary stuff. Like Joan does like obviously certain things happening, but it's like it's different when you're watching Friends or
Yeah.
like whatever, like or
Yeah.
or
Like,
even like a Disney movie.
but
or
like
something.
with them intense like films or TV shows, like you have to be focused on them. Like so, like
blink
don't
and
start
you miss
sparking
something.
up a conversation about what you think you're gonna have for your poxy dinner later on, because I couldn't care. Like, yeah, a woman is trying to get out of this fucking country. Like she's trying to flee to Canada.
yeah, like they're all whispering, so you need to like
I don't mind if someone's like, oh, like throws a joke out every now. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Like, but like don't start like talking to me about like, oh, how are you? Like no, like
we're here, we have an agenda, we're watching this.
we actually have to
TV show
finish
already.
Handmaid's Tale. I haven't finished it.
I
haven't
know,
watched
Michelle
any.
only asked me today, she's like, have you watched any of the Handmaid's Tale? Or we started the morning show last year and the
I love
second
the
season came
morning
out this
show.
year. She's like, have you watched any of that? I'm like, no, I'm waiting for you. Have you? And I was like, if you've watched it, I'm gonna kill you. And she's like, no, I haven't. So we actually have to have like a Handmaid's Tale night.
No,
So-
we will. We'll wait on Michelle then, because I
Yeah.
haven't watched any more of it. So
Me either, and I'm like avoiding like spoilers online because the season's over now. Like the new
Oh, is
season's
it?
over now, like a while, yeah. Because
but
that was a couple of months ago, I think we watched it.
yeah, we recommend going to see Free Guy. It was very good.
Yeah.
It was well, do you know what? Actually, I didn't even tell you this.
What?
I fell asleep.
Do you know at one point I thought you did fall asleep? I always like in the pictures I feel like you're so close to each other. I didn't want to just turn and look at you, so I was like,
Yeah, no, I fell asleep.
I
Did you-
knew.
I know it wasn't for long. Like it must have been
Yeah.
for like 2 minutes. But I got that tired at one point. I could. No one. You're that.
Sometimes that
You
happens.
can't keep your eyes open. Amy,
It's such a
the minute
relaxing
that
thing.
hoodie went over me,
Yeah, because that's what she put her
It was-
hoodie over and she was just like,
it was
and
like night time.
Yeah, I was like, I just had this feeling and I was like trying to have a look. I was like, I actually don't know.
Like I was literally like just sitting back and I was like, oh, I'm a bit chilly, and I put it over me, and then my eyes were like, oh my god, it felt like I hadn't
Yeah.
slept for like 72 hours, and I was like, I'll just close my eyes for a minute, and then I was like, I wonder can she see me? So I was kind of like turning my body a little bit. I was like, she
I
is gone.
wouldn't have took offense. I didn't write
No,
the
I
movie.
thought you were gonna like slap me in the face or something, being like
enjoy
wake up.
this masterpiece.
It's like, why are you sleeping? Why did you come here to sleep?
Oh yeah, I think I only fell asleep during one movie, but I can't think what it is now. And it was like one of them things where I was like really, really tired, and it was just like,
Did you ever fall at like being in the cinema and someone else fell asleep and they were snoring the place down?
my ma had to elbow her a couple of times. I can't
There's
remember what it was.
Like there is nothing
My
worse.
ma could sleep bleeding anywhere. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
That's me.
I can't
can
think
sleep
what it was.
anywhere.
It was obviously something random, like not that good.
Like you can't even. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like one that was like, oh, just for like the sake of going.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it was good. The Free Guy was a good film. Like
it was good. I thought it could have been funnier though.
oh, the bit with Channing Tatum, he's like, don't pick up that sock. You'll be in therapy for the rest of your life.
Like Channing Tatum, if you've seen it, Channing Tatum's like character and like his kind of piece, and I like would have loved to see more of that. Like that, I thought like made the film.
Yeah.
like that was actually like laugh out loud kind of moment.
Yeah. Like there was a few one-liners that were like funny, like, but it was entertaining.
No, it was good. It was good.
Ryan
It was
Reynolds
like
was good.
a modern day Truman Show.
Yeah, and
literally.
I loved. I'm not gonna say, but
That's a
the
good
ending
film.
was lovely.
The ending. Oh yeah,
The two
the
of us
ending
were
was
like,
so
"Oh."
sweet because we were waiting on something bad to happen. Because then I was like, oh, I'm just really like this is so sweet and so cute and everything's lovely. And then I was like, oh fuck, it's a Ryan Reynolds movie. Like someone's about to die.
Yeah, they always die.
Because it was like some moments at the end. I'm like, one of them's getting a smack of a car, and then it didn't. It ended, and everyone lived happily ever after. It was great. Very
Really good film.
unexpected.
Really like Steven Spielberg feels with. Very
Yeah,
uplifting
it was just,
ending.
Feel
Like,
good. Like yeah, it was good.
it was good. I like your man Steve out of Stranger Things.
Yeah, he's good. He was.
I
in
like
it.
him.
I didn't realize he was in it. I actually didn't know he was in it at all. I just knew like Ryan Reynolds was in it.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in it until we were watching. Like I was like, oh, that's your man in Stranger Things. I like him though. I like him acting. He's good.
Like I wonder is that here his choice though?
Well, he has that hair in Stranger Things.
Yeah, but I always thought it was just because the theme was like it was the 70s or 80s or something. But then like he's in
it's
that
weird,
movie and
yeah.
then he still has that hair.
Just his
so,
Muppet
like,
chop, isn't it? I think it's probably just his choice. He's in a few films with that hair, so I think it just is his choice. Because it's not like Stranger Things are like, if he wanted to do something with his hair, he could, and he just put a fucking wig on him. Like, that's what they do
There
for
was
most
some-
people. Like,
Yeah, but sometimes they not that they don't allow you, but there is like a lot of things like that when you have a character. Like say you have a beard or something, like you're not allowed to shave your beard.
that's so
There's
annoying.
all these things like that. Like I think it was Niall Horan that came out and said like that he wasn't allowed to dye his hair brown the whole time he was in One Direction. He had to stay blonde. So as soon as they broke up, he's like literally been a brunette since.
Is he brunette?
Yeah. He's like naturally a brunette.
A brunette.
He's naturally a brunette, but like he went into it and he had like dyed blonde hair, I think. But then like the whole time he was in One Direction, like he had dyed blonde hair and he always wanted to like go back brown, and they wouldn't let him because it was like the whole image. Like,
Who was your favourite person in One Direction?
I don't know. I wasn't like.
I wasn't a
Do you know
big
what?
like
I
diehard
listened to
fan.
their music and I actually did like enjoy it, but I don't have favorite. Like I never like fangirled over them or like knew loads of like. I know that was a random fact, but like I never knew like.
Yeah.
Can tell you their birthdays and their star signs and their sisters and all.
No, I couldn't either. I just liked that when the songs were on the radio. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I really liked. I know this sounds bad, but I really liked our last album when Zayn left. Not that he was gone. It was. I think that music was just a lot more mature.
Which one was? What kind of
I think it was
songs?
called like Made in the AM, and everyone was like, "Oh, made after Malik or something," but it wasn't. It was because it was made early morning or something like that. I actually sound like a fucking One Direction fan, don't they?
I went to see them for free
Did you?
in Crow Park. Yeah.
Say that was good. They actually did look really good. Like
They
live.
put on a good show, and they had their who was supporting them? Something seconds of summer.
5 seconds.
5 seconds of summer, is it? Or 30 seconds of summer? Or some 5 seconds of summer.
5
Sounds
seconds,
right. More than
yeah.
30 seconds of summer. 5 seconds. They were good as well.
Half a minute or so.
Better than 5 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Jesus. Do you know what? Though, actually, I was only thinking on the way down here. I saw someone, right? And I was like, what is the first thing you actually notice about a person on the street? I know that was so random, so off topic.
like if someone was just walking past me, like
yeah.
probably
Like
their hair.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't really look at like their feet. A lot of people say, "Oh, the first thing I notice is someone's shoes." I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but like, are you gonna go? You have to see the person and then look at their
No,
feet.
but like if you see a person, right, you actually like focus in on their hair, where because obviously we all see people and if you're looking like straight up, you do kind of eye level, but would you then like actually look at their hair first and notice their hair?
Just their head, like, do you know that kind of way? Just their head, like, I don't know, like if someone, like, put it this way, right? If a policeman said to you, "Oh, no, that the barista that served you that coffee earlier, can you remember what colour like her hair and did she wear glasses? Like, can you remember that?" And I think about this all the time.
So do I, and I'm like,
And I'm like, oh my
god,
god, because I do not like remember shit like that.
no, me either.
Like
I'd be very
I
much-
can remember.
I'm picturing the 4 people in Starbucks. I'm like, focus.
Focus. Yeah, no, that's what I think about. Like, if anything was ever to happen, like, or you know, the missing people, and they're like, "Please contact like crime line." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
if you've
yeah,
seen
yeah,
anything on August 28th and did at this time, I'm like, here, I can't remember what I had for my breakfast.
Yeah, I'm never gonna remember.
Like, I
that.
will never remember seeing someone in a place unless like it affected me in some like and
yeah,
something
yeah,
happened
like
to
something
me.
impacted and like you actually took notice of it.
But I
like,
don't think
say
I'd
you
remember
were-
the date and time.
No.
That's the day I wore 2 odd socks. Like
I had porridge for breakfast. But like
that's the I
literally.
had diarrhea.
But like say you are out, right, and like someone come up to you or like you saw like it's kind of different because you're like in like a 10-year relationship, but like say if there was someone who was kind of good looking, would you like you'd literally just look at their face?
The eyes, chica, they never lie.
Because I think I do look at people's shoes and then like no, like I go straight and look at their shoes, and then I look at, except like if it's a girl, then I look at like their bag.
Yeah, but put it this way, if someone came up to you and said, hey, nice to meet you, what do you go?
Well, obviously it depends on how close.
What do you go?
Yeah, I'd probably go
nice
like,
to meet you too.
I'd probably go like, hey.
That is so bitchy. That look.
Well, I need to see the shoes. I don't know why.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you too.
No, but I won't. But I don't know. I'd look down at the handshake and like have a look at the shoes. Yeah, I think I always.
But would you not look at their face first?
No, because if the shoes are a no, then the
hold on.
faces
So
are no.
is the question, what do you remember from someone walking?
No,
like someone
what
you
do
meet?
you recognise? Like, don't like people say, "Oh, I know it's their hands," or I look at someone's like what they're wearing, or I look at someone's eyes, like specific kind of things. I know, like generally speaking, I'm looking at you straight away. We're like close enough to eye contact. We're looking at each other's face. But like if someone's kind of in the distance, maybe you think they're kind of good looking. Do you look straight at their shoes? Do you look straight at what
probably
they're wearing?
Probably their clothes, and then if they're at a distance, so you know you can see someone like walking towards you.
Yeah.
Because in Toronto, they are like, oh my god, is this a crazy? Is it a junkie? Like, do I need to
like
be kind of more aware?
Kind of see the whole gist, but it's like, do you actually look?
Well, if they're up close, I'd probably say their eyes or their hair, because it's hard to say the whole face because everyone's wearing masks.
Yeah, no, I think shoes. And then I go to like accessories weirdly. Like if it's a girl, like even if it's a girl and I'm walking down the street and I'm like, oh, that's a nice bag. Or they're nice shoes. Even stuff like that. I'm like, I see the shoes, I see the bag, and then I kind of have to look at the whole of it, and I'm like, oh,
if it's a girl, yeah, I'd probably say clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my bracelet hitting off the table. I have to absolutely.
Like,
I was like, what's crawling me waltz?
No, because I was walking down today.
That's a very random question.
Yeah, because I was strolling down here today, and this fella like crossed the road, like not at lights, like just randomly. So it caught me attention. Then I was looking at like everything he was wearing. I was like, he really like effortlessly. Oh my god, I can't speak. Effortlessly matched his whole outfit. So I don't know if it actually was intentional, but I like noticed it because his shoes, right? They were Adidas, they were like Stan Smiths or something. But you know the little fabric thing on the back, that was navy. Right. Then he was wearing grey shorts and a navy t-shirt, and then like a navy cap.
It sounds like Aaron.
I was like, that's all like matching. But not, yeah, I was like, I actually really do notice people's shoes first, because I always wondered, because I feel like when someone asks you, you're like, I actually don't know, I just look at them. But then I was like, I don't know why, I just then looked. You know? Yeah, and I was like,
that's very interesting. That was actually a wild 20 minutes into this podcast, because we literally talked about a lot of things. But yeah, we hope everyone's doing well. We're doing well.
Right, so we wanted to do some like Reddit stories. These like seem so interesting.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you want to hear something funny? Right. So Aaron left.
Okay.
Aaron went out to the cinema, everybody. So he wasn't here while we were recording, so he wouldn't be making noise. He went to see what's the new film called?
The new Marvel Shang-Chi.
Yeah, so that's like 2 hours, 2 hours 20. We have only started recording and he's on his way home. So he said he's waiting for post credits, and that was about 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, because there's gonna be a bonus. Oh, tell him he better not give me any spoilers. I don't want to hear about it.
He won't. Okay. He's not gonna barge in during the podcast and be like, here's all the spoilers.
No, but he's gonna be like, oh, it's so good, and then at the very end, the credits, they showed this whole thing for like the Doctor Strange movie. I'm a fucking Marvel geek now, and right, get over it.
But once he doesn't tell you what happens, it's alright.
Yeah, and I'm like,
right, so we're gonna jump into some of these they're called stories from Reddit. It's like a TikTok page, and I thought these were so good. Like I binge watch like raid days at night.
That's so interesting.
And basically, if anyone knows what Reddit is, like someone might put up a question like, what's the scariest thing your kid ever told you, or stuff like that.
It's
and
like
then people
such a
put
random website. Like I think people like a started people like post questions to get answers on, like, oh, my iPhone's broken, like shit like that. But then it gets so slowly moved into kind of like memes and loads of shit.
Yeah, and it's so like random. People tell like little stories, like cheating story. They're cheating. Yeah, like so. We're just gonna like, I'm just gonna randomly flick through some of the questions, and then we're gonna see some of the answers. They are videos, so I literally need to let them play.
Can you lower the volume all?
Oh, the volume's all the way. Like I can like I'm gonna read them out. I'm not gonna have the video read them out. But it might take me a second between answers, just as an FYI. So the first one is, Which actor most squandered an otherwise promising career? And someone answered. Well, these are
Should
like
we give a guess?
Yeah, give a guess. Who do you think? Who would you say?
Squandered their career. I feel like what does that mean again? Squandered,
like
ruined,
wasted.
Oh my god, so many people. Oh, I actually don't know.
I'd probably
But
say.
I'm trying to think of a movie.
I'd probably say River Phoenix.
Who's that? Exactly.
Jacqueline Phoenix's brother.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin? Jacqueline?
Jacqueline Phoenix, the Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix's brother. He was like an actor before him.
Yeah.
So he was in like
actually.
Stand By Me. And he was in, I think he
Oh,
OD'd. Yeah.
Mm.
Or Heath Ledger. It's so sad. I wish he never died.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think if he didn't die, they'd have a good career. Like, do you get me?
What do you mean?
Like, if he didn't die, he'd still be like.
He'd still have a
He'd
good
still
career. But I
have a
think
good
he's
career.
gone. Well, because he wasted it because he's fucking dead.
It wasn't really his choice, or was it?
He OD'd.
Oh.
I think it was an accidental OD, if I'm correct. I don't think it was. But yeah, I love him because I love the film 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, that's a good film.
It's a really good film.
I feel like people from really popular TV shows,
Yeah.
they never go anywhere after that. I don't know if there's just
Like you don't really
stereotypes.
hear much, like say Saved by the Bell. Like you hear about your man
Oh yeah.
AC Slater, but you don't really
That's because he
hear.
was controversial though. It wasn't even like for his acting skills. Because he went on The Biggest Loser and then was like a bit of a diva, wasn't he?
Did he do
Was
that?
that him?
Well, he just presents loads of shit. AC Slater.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other one, Screech.
Oh, Screech. He was in porno and everything.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
could have
people
had a
like
good
that.
career if he was clever about it, but he had a bad
Yeah.
rep. Like, but you never hear anything like about Zach. Like, I know he'd done a few like little programs, but you never really heard that. And
Yeah.
like,
Because like the shows like say the Vampire Diaries right there, that was like a huge show. But I feel like that's such like niche audiences or something.
And I
So,
think
like none of them are in anything else really.
see, the worst thing about being in like I think for actors is being not like it's one of the things like when they're in such a known show,
It's
you
like
can only
typecast.
kind of picture them in that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
It's like they're one and done.
But then it's like how like, you look at someone like Jennifer Aniston. Yes, she's
Yeah.
Rachel for her Friends, but
But
she
she'll
always will be.
always-
But she is in so many other movies.
Yeah, she's in loads of movies, but she'll always be. Oh, you're Rachel from Friends.
Yeah.
Like that's her. Like Ross Geller,
Because
Monica,
even like that,
all
like,
of them.
Matt LeBlanc, like what?
To be like
Presented
put it
for
this
Top
way, who gives a shit? They have made
Yeah,
their
they don't
millions.
care.
Like they're still making millions to this day every year.
Yeah.
Like they were making millions on the last season per episode. Like,
I know, bastards. But
but they worked
did
every
people
penny.
write?
I love Friends. Friends for life. It's just.
Right.
Oh Jesus, the video was still playing. I never paused it. Hold on.
Oh wow, rookie.
Yeah, it was a second
Rookie
here.
mistake.
Right, so people answered this. I think these are like the most popular answers or
Yeah.
whatever. Oh yeah, I think it's by likes, like whoever how many.
Yeah.
So this is like 4.1k. Jennifer Grey, who was in Dirty Dancing first, Bueller's Day Off, was sensitive about her large nose because of her school years and early acting career. With Dirty Dancing being a hit, she finally had the money to get herself rhinoplasty. Unfortunately, Hollywood disagreed and felt she lost her distinctive look. She was deemed too plain for the big screen and couldn't build off-screen success. She continued working but didn't get to have a career as a leading lady.
Wow, I did not know that.
Either did I. So she got the plastic surgery and then no one wanted her. Isn't that kind of like
That's
Barbara
so
Streisand though?
Fucking, oh my god.
But the Barbara Streisand was nice.
Yeah, but I don't think she got rid of it.
Potential fraud.
That's so weird that you keep your phone on loud. I
I don't.
Do
Do you know I had it on loud because I had it on charge and I was in and out of rooms, but I needed to buzz you in.
That's so weird. That
yeah.
made me think of your one from Greece. Who's the main girl? Is she in that and else? Because like John Travolta's like
Olivia
a huge name.
Newton-John.
Oh yeah, she kind of.
She's like I think she was big in Australia. She's like Australian.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That made me think of her.
Isn't that very
That's sad.
that is so like think of all the people that have had plastic surgery in Hollywood now.
Yeah.
And then she can't even get recognised because she's so hold on, everyone else in Hollywood can fix their insecurities, but when she done it, no one did know her. I didn't even think she had a bad nose.
No, but I think is it actually mentioned in the film something about her nose? I don't know. I think if I got a big role like that in such
I
a
thought
big
you were going to
movie,
say if I got a big nose.
no, if I got like a big role like that, and like I definitely would still be insecure about it. But if other places were still willing to cast you, I think it definitely prolong it. It wouldn't be something I'd be rushing to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I get you're still insecure, but then if people start kind of almost praising and saying no, like that's good, like giving you the reassurance, then I don't know. That's sad.
You'll like the next one.
Okay.
So the next one is Ja Rule turned down an offer to remain in the Fast and Furious franchise after the original movie because he thought they were lowballing him with their offer. After he turned them, they wrote in a new character to fill the slot in script, and Ja Rule would have had and gave the part to Ludacris.
Yeah.
Ludacris! That is fucking ludicrous.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Loads of things like that do happen. Like people are like, oh no, I don't want to be in that. No, I'm not going to do that. Like it was the same. I don't know if this will actually be on it. With Iron Man 1, your man, oh my god, what is his name? He plays the main fella in Empire, and he's like a rapper as well. Oh my god, his name's like,
I haven't seen Empire.
oh my god, I can't think of his name.
I know who it is. He has like the real small eyes.
Yeah,
like, and he
Lucius in it.
He always plays the
real
evil
name?
character and everything.
Yeah, he's a really good actor, but he was
He's
like a secondary actor in Iron Man, and then he had more. Basically, he was being paid more than Robert Downey Jr. in the main one, because at that time Robert Downey Jr. wasn't as well known. But then when it came around to like the second and third, he wanted a lot more money, and they were like, no, like you're literally like a secondary character, you're not the main character. So he refused that, and he was recasted, and then like that fella now has gone on to be in like nearly every Marvel movie, like all the Avengers.
That is mad.
Yeah. That was random, but was like, I feel like a lot of stuff like that does happen in like the industry. But yeah, Ja Rule, you miss soon.
Yeah, you miss.
I mean, your music career's not really doing well. I would have just stayed in the movie for whatever the money was.
Yeah, or like get a better agent to negotiate your bleeding contract.
Yeah, but like it's still a small-ish role that like I'd love to know what he wanted and what he was getting.
Well, put it this way, your man from Groot gets how much?
Vin Diesel. But yeah, like he wasn't even in the
100
second and
mil.
third. Vin Diesel wasn't even in the second and third Fast and Furious because he wanted more money, because he like was like the main actor and they wouldn't give it to him, and then they eventually like done a deal or something, and then he came back for the rest of them. But like there was two Fast and Furious movies that he wasn't in, like the second and third. Yeah,
that is mad.
Yeah, because the second one's just Paul Walker, and that's when Tyrese comes in, the rapper. He comes in. They're like the main for that. I think it's the second one, or it could be the third and fourth. Now I'm getting confused. Then Tokyo Drift. None of the main cast are in it. It's like a total different cast, and it's based in Tokyo. But yeah, Niamh's never seen any of them, and it's like one of my favorite franchises. Yeah, because I made you watch it, and you won't watch the rest.
Yeah, no, it's not for me. Right, the last one. I think this is the last one. I'm sorry if I say this name wrong. I don't know who it is. Lilo Brancato. He broke out in A Bronx Tale, was good supporting character in Crimson Tide, and had a recurring role in The Sopranos. He became addicted to heroin and was involved in a home invasion robbery where his accomplice murdered the off-duty police officer living there. Promising career right down the toilet, like in Trainspotting.
Jesus, that made me think of Macaulay Culkin. That's another one.
Yeah. Macaulay Culkin, actually. Yeah, it's a pity.
There's a lot of things as well, like what's the guy of I See Ghosts, the little kid. It's like when they grow up and they're not cute kids anymore, they just don't get cast in that.
Oh yeah, like your man now, Stuart Little.
Yeah, he was cute.
He was like the cutest little boy. I remember him in, was it The Little Vampire? Did you ever see The Little Vampire?
Yeah, I think so.
I used to love that. And he became friends with another little boy, but he was a vampire.
He's in Like Mike.
Yeah. I love Like Mike. I think everyone knows that my go-to films, like,
yeah, actually mentioned them all
like Sister Act 1 and 2, School of Rock, Like Mike. I like Eddie. Anything. I like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, she really does.
The Holiday. I love The Holiday.
Oh my god, yeah. Sorry, I went back to that. That's like my favourite Christmas film. I watched it like 20 times.
Love it. The Holiday. I love Jack Black in it. He plays Milo.
Jude Law's so cute. But yeah.
Isn't that mad? In real life, he like cheated on his wife with the nanny.
What?
In real life, he cheated on his wife with the kid's nanny.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and him and his wife broke up, yeah. He was sleeping with the nanny. Not that nannies? Innocent, may I say.
Our nanny's not covered in like a kid vomit and food. No, like what actually makes them attractive?
Do you know what reminds me of when like when they say kids nanny, you know, the nanny, the
Sex
Irish
and-
nanny that's in Sex and the City,
yeah.
and all the men are looking at her boobs because she doesn't wear a
And
bra.
then
but
isn't she a lesbian? or
she's a
something?
lesbian, yeah.
Yeah.
Another topic on Reddit is, I haven't even read these, so these are blindly me reading them out. Another question someone had up was, where were you and what were you doing when 9/11 happened? Which I actually don't remember.
I'm pretty
9/11.
sure I was like 4.
Aaron said
Probably
he remembers
starting
coming
school.
home from school.
Oh my god, I was just about to say that. I actually remember seeing it on the telly in my dad's, and like I know exactly what the sitting room looked like, but I was literally like home from like starting school or something. If even
Yeah,
I would
'cause I
have
think
literally
Aaron
been in
said he-
junior infants.
Yeah, Aaron said he came home from school and he remembers it like being on the telly. I don't remember now. I was only
I was only 4.
6.
Yeah. I just remember that like one thing
Oh.
of it being like on the telly, but I know a girl that like it happened on her birthday, so like there's a picture of her on her 4th birthday, and on the background is the news of it happening. That's not funny, but like it's funny.
Oh my, because like everyone in the world heard about that. And sorry if you hear a bit of noise now. Aaron is entering the building very slowly.
I think he's
He's very slowly
I
entering
can
the building.
just hear the door, like
He's trying to be so quiet, but I can Trent's in his bed beside us.
he's like, hi.
Hello. It's all right. We mentioned it already. He brought that bed in himself and sat in it. Aaron, you don't have to be mute. You can talk. It's all right.
We're going into the next one, dear.
Yeah. So it was like, where were you when 9/11 happened?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was actually. I actually forgot we even done that one.
So this was one answer. Oh my god, I'm like so blind as well, so sorry. I was in kindergarten. They used to have this thing where some of the parents would come in and help teach the class for maybe 30 minutes or so, maybe read a book or something. My mom came in and was doing a presentation on wildlife. I think she was talking about owls that day. When she got to the school at maybe 9:30 a.m. or so, she was bright and cheery as she usually was. She did her whole presentation and was on her way out. Still all friendly and happy. When my teacher pulled her aside and whispered, "Do you know what's going on?" My mom said, "Nope," expecting some mundane gossip or something. My teacher whispered, "Don't tell the kids, but we're under attack." She was confused as hell when someone ushered her into a teacher's lounge where a TV was set to the news, and she finally realised what was going on. A few minutes later, they decided to evacuate the school and called everybody's parents to come and get them. But since my mom was there, I walked out with her, not really sure what was going on.
Like, I have goosebumps.
Well, hold on. Isn't that so sad, though, they evacuate the school? But imagine, like, your parents were the people in 9/11.
That's what
Who goes to pick them up?
Oh, no. That's so... Oh, God, I have goosebumps and everything. That's
I actually had,
mad.
like, goosebumps
But,
reading
like,
that.
do you know what I'd love to know? I wonder, like... Was that school actually in New York, or was that just a protocol all across America? Because they didn't know, like, if there was another state next.
I think because it was like like 2 planes hit the Twin Towers and one was apparently going to Washington. They didn't know how many planes they had, like, literally
That's
had
right,
lined
yeah.
up, like, because I think one of them hit the Pentagon. Isn't that correct? One of them hit the
I've no
Pentagon,
idea.
which isn't in New York. So they didn't know where because then
Where was next?
like some of the documentaries, like, I haven't seen as many. Aaron's seen, like, he thinks he's seen, like, them all because no, they're on the telly every single year. But there's some of them. I was watching one the other day, and you want to see the actual footage of, like, people, like, evacuating their condo buildings because they can see, they've seen the second plane hit, and they're like, oh my god, like, no, we're under, and they're like, everyone is like crammed into lifts and everyone's crying and panicking because they don't know
they don't know what's
happening. But I think when people seen the second one hit, I think that's when they're like, right, this isn't, like, that wasn't an accident, like. But the second one was, in a sense, a bit worse because the second one hit the middle of the building. The first one hit more
like
higher
very
up,
top, yeah.
so it kind of gave the like more floors underneath to get
Yeah.
out. But when the second one hit middle, like, the second one collapsed first because they literally took
Fuck yeah.
it.
Shit.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's so
you
sad.
ever
Like, and I'm so interested in it.
Yeah, stuff like that is interesting.
Like, I think when I
like,
went to
no.
New York and I done the 9/11 museum, I wasn't really, I just was expecting, like, you know, like in a museum where they have, like, things like all writings on the wall, but it's not like that. Like, if anyone is going to New York or planning on going to New York, give yourself about 3-4 hours to get around this museum. They have literally pulled out of the building the actual, like, staircase that people got down out of, like, a concrete staircase, and what's left of it, because it started crumbling while people were coming down. They have some of the fire engines that were there, but obviously when the building collapsed, like, all the fire engines were, like, it's in tatters. Like, they have You have loads of like artifacts, like paper planes that were thrown out of the building saying like, I'm on the 83rd floor, send help. Like people making paper planes trying to get messages out, because obviously the phone lines were down, like
everything,
like people's glasses that fell, like because they were hanging out of the building to get air, like they're physically hanging on the front of the building, like all the little artifacts, like ties, like if they were trying to, like, I don't know what they were doing, like people's ties, suitcases, they were probably throwing things out to try and like, we're up here, like we're on this floor, there's people on this floor, like, so it is like, it's huge, it's absolutely humongous, the museum they have done for it. It's gorgeous, like the tribute. If anyone is going to New York, I'd definitely say go see it. It's brilliant. And then you have like little videos and stuff, like video messages, and you actually, I think there's a part in it, I could be wrong, I think I could be remembering this right, but they have like these phones and you can pick them up, you can hear people's like last messages to their family, like no voicemails and stuff. There's people, I remember going in, and it's like, it's so big, like, so there's all different levels and different floors and stuff, and there's like these little like rooms, and there's like, they're showing like videos and stuff like that, but there's literally loads of these like stands, and they have like tissue boxes on top of them, because people are so upset.
I'm
like surprised. Obviously a family go to visit to see, like, you know, like, because they have like a big ground with all like the names like engraved, like, and people go, obviously family go visit it or whatever, like, because they put flowers on it or whatever they do, like, but if they go into the museum, but there's just like tissue stands, like, and there's people crying. I remember being there and people crying, like sobbing, and even young people that are probably younger than me. It's so sad, like, but when you see, they have like this big block table as well, it's like touch screen. And I remember this, and I remember seeing like, they have everyone's faces on it. They have which line is actually
the
mine?
top one.
Alright. They have like everyone's like faces on it, and so you click like, if like someone's face that was in 9/11, it'll come up like that full story, like why they were there that morning, like what business they worked in the building, or if they did work in the building. And I remember there was kids on it, and I remember like clicking on one of the kids, and she was on the plane with her ma.
Oh my god, I forgot about people just on the plane. Like
she was on the plane with her ma, if I remember this correctly, because this is the one story that like I didn't have time to read so many. I was just trying to, I was flicking through them. Like, she was on the plane with her ma, and I think the plane was they were coming from, or they were going to Orlando or something. I think from what I read, I think they were going to Disney or something, and the auntie was meeting them there, and she was on the other plane. But the two planes hit because they got hijacked. Like, what are the fucking chances, like? And then there was another little girl who her dad had a meeting or something, or her ma had a meeting at like 9:00, and she was only young, she probably wasn't even started school, and the one time our ma had a meeting in the building, like, she didn't work there, she was going in for a meeting with someone, and they got caught. Jesus, like, they died. So like,
and I imagine like there's probably like someone like the postman or like the mailman, like a delivery, like so many like other people that wouldn't necessarily be there religiously every day. And then you think about like the people that were late for work or late for a meeting for the littlest thing. Like, I think I was seeing a thing, was it on TikTok or was something like some stories from people that like were late that morning and missed like someone's phone rang, so they went back in, someone spilled coffee on their shirt, so they had to run up and get changed real quick. Like little tiny things like that. Like that are mad, aren't they?
Like, oh, it's just, I don't know.
I do always think about that, you know, like if something happens, say like you forget your earphones, you run back, but then you miss your bus, and I'm like, oh, that bus could crash. I always think random things like that. But have you ever seen the film with Robert Pattinson, right? I can't remember the actual ins and out of it. It's like a love story, kind of, not, I can't really remember. And then it randomly just ends with him being in the window of the Twin Towers and it crashing.
That's Remember Me. I never actually seen the end of that film. I think I fell asleep.
Sorry, I just ran on the phone.
No,
but
I do.
Like, it's matter. Not related to anything like that before. I think the basis of the film's like live life in the moment or whatever. But like it just randomly ends with that. Like there's no indication that he walks in that building. There's nothing. It just ends with him. He's standing looking out the window and enjoying the sun. I can't remember exactly, but then it just pans out and you see him in the building, and then it just I was just like, I remember watching it and being like, what the fuck?
Jesus. That's it. So it's kind of a random bit they added in, like that's how he dies, kind of.
Yeah, but like
did they tell you why he's in the building?
No, I can't really.
He's in a meeting or something, or does his dad work in the building or something?
I don't know. I can't remember. Well, I think like the message behind it was like, I think I could be getting this totally wrong. I think it was kind of a love story, but like I think maybe that morning he told someone, or someone was ringing him to tell him they loved her. It was something like that, and the message was obviously supposed to be like, do things, say how you feel, live in the moment, because you never know what's gonna happen. I think, but it was just so random, unexpected, because like usually in films like that, like maybe he gets knocked down and dies or something, but like you throw something like that in.
Yeah.
Like people always like, I always see things on Twitter like, who remembers that random Robert Pattinson film where at the end of it he dies in like the 9/11 attack? But yeah, random.
That's mad. That's
I
really
need to
random.
actually look up like the basis of the story, but yeah, the ending, it is like completely random. Like everyone always talks about like how random it is, but yeah, words.
So the next one, someone else's answer was, I didn't really grasp what was happening until later that day, maybe around 5, when my parents tried explaining what terrorists were to my 5-year-old self. I remember seeing it all over the news, and of course it was sad, but I just didn't really get it until I was older. I remembered that over the next few weeks on the playground, we were no longer played cops and robbers or tag, and instead we played terrorists and army guys, or get the terrorists. We didn't know what the hell we were saying. We just knew that the terrorists were really bad and we didn't like them. Well, how do you explain to someone that young like what a terrorist is, when it's really complex, even like to like, adults? Like
why? Like I don't know. I don't get why you. I don't know. I don't think that like someone that age is actually ever gonna understand that. Like to that level,
No.
like they'll find out when they're older. But I don't think you need to go into that much detail.
Yeah. And then obviously like
'cause
when you're
they're not
5,
gonna know. They
yeah.
see random shit on the news about other things. You don't need. I don't know, unless you ask questions. Then yeah.
It's like when you, even like when you're that age, you overhear like your man and dad talking around and you're like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, like you think
Like why are they so upset? Like why?
Yeah.
Because obviously back then, like obviously all parents were upset. Like just being like, what, like that this is their like what the hell, like.
Yeah, like I remember seeing it, but like I don't remember being maybe affected by it because I was about 4
And plus it wasn't in it, like if it was in say Dublin it happened, we'd be like, oh my god, why is there planes smashing into buildings? Like
yeah.
I don't
What's
know.
the next one?
I was in German class, someone came in and whispered something in our teacher's ear, and when the bell rang the halls were insanity. No one knew what was going on, and naive high school kid gossip was in full swing. My next class was history, and the first thing he said was, you'll remember exactly where you were right now for the rest of your lives. He was right.
Oh.
I don't remember. Well, then again, I
We were
wasn't getting
4, we
evacuated.
weren't,
You know what I mean? But it's kind of sad though, isn't it? Because you do hear in a lot of like celebrity interviews when they are talking about 9/11, they're like, do you remember where you were? They were like, I know exactly where I was in 9/11. I was in studio.
I think when it really impacts you like that, like and you're older, to really actually remember the fact that like we were so young.
Yeah.
You're not really going to. Well,
like Steve Buscemi. You know Steve Buscemi?
no.
The actor?
I don't know the name, but I probably know him.
You definitely know who he is.
What
if
is
you've
he?
seen him. Like he's in Grown Ups. He's in Boardwalk Empire. He's in loads of stuff. Like he's a really famous actor. Like
Okay.
you'd know him.
No.
He's real distinctive. If you've seen him, you'd be like, oh my god, I know who that.
Oh, is he the guy with the toupee in Grown Ups?
No,
who
do you
is
know
he in
who he is in Grown Up? He's the the parents that they're fighting with, the dads they're fighting with, and he's the one in the full body cast.
Oh, him. Yeah.
But he was a New York fireman. And he was retired when it happened. But the day after 9/11 happened, he went back down and he helped them look for bodies as a fireman.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that's how like nice he could have been like, that's not my job, I'm not a fireman anymore.
Yeah.
He was an ex-fireman, but he went down and he helped them go through like all the rubble. Right, this one is kind of interesting. What is the most disturbing thing to know? I actually don't like some of these answers. I'm a bit nervous because I'm like,
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Whatever.
Like what kind of, like what do you think, like what kind of route, like
Like, when I think of this-
detail about like having a shy?
no, when I think about disturbing things, I'm like, I don't know, like I kind of think of Saw or something when I think of disturbing, but like it's not like that's not necessarily all what disturbing is.
Yeah,
like
because my head goes to things like that, like vomiting and the
Like disgusting
diarrhea,
stuff.
but then it's like
gruesome.
I mean,
kind of
realistically, if someone tells me that, like if you tell me something wherever, and I'm like,
like if we're
okay,
having 2
like-
coffees, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna shit me guts out later.
yeah, like I don't know.
But what this answer is is pelicans are some of the most demonic birds in existence. If not some of the most demonic creatures. Pelicans will go into other birds' nests, shove their parents out of the nest. They will then swallow babies whole, fly back to their own nests and regurgitate and the still half alive, partially digested babies to their own babies for them to consume. Some pelicans are literally raised on the partially digested living flesh of other baby birds.
Okay, I now know what disturbing means and what they actually mean.
Why? Why is that like human?
That's
like
fucking...
human nature. I don't mean human. Bird nature.
Oh, that is actually like probably one of the worst things.
That is disgusting. Like that is literally.
Yeah, that is disturbing. And I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing that.
Yeah, I think I could have as well. Like
even now I'm never gonna look at your man in Nemo the same again. What is
he
his
a
name?
pelican?
Yeah. Oh wait, what's a pelican? Yeah, he is a pelican.
Is the pelican not the blackboard with like the other little?
No,
like he kind of has a. No, you know the
what's
one.
What's a pelican?
You know the one that does be on the Guinness.
I don't know what one's on the Guinness.
It's like a little blackboard.
No, is that not a toucan or something?
Or maybe it is a toucan.
Wait, will I Google really quickly because I know you're on the video. Oh, I need to know what a pelican is. Also,
every day's a school day.
like
Pelican images. Oh my god, it's the guy out finding Nemo.
the guy out finding Nemo.
So he saves the fish, but he's killing other like birds.
They probably eat the mine.
What?
I don't mind if they do it to seagulls. No, that's still disturbing to like eat a saucy yourself.
When I said the word regurgitate, I was like, ugh. I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever
and,
actually
like,
read that
I
word
knew
before.
where I was going, but the fact that I actually had to hear you say that. What's the next one?
Sick.
Let's see the next one. Ooh.
Right. Polar bears are the only bear species that actively hunt and kill humans for food. There's a rhyme that everyone living where bears live needs to know, and why the rhyme is so important. If it's brown, lie down. Brown or grizzly bears will leave you alone if you play dead. Climbing up a tall tree works with adult brown bears, since they can't climb trees. If it's black, fight back. Black bears will back off when they realise you're more of a threat than they realise, but do not climb a tree to escape. Both cubs and adult black bears can climb trees. If it's white, say goodnight. Polar bears are not only the largest bears, but they are an ambush predators. If one manages to sneak up on you, you're as good as dead. The best you can do to escape is either run and drop your clothes. Fortunately for you, they have very short attention spans and they'll stop momentarily to sniff at your clothes because it's not normal for their food to suddenly drop something like that or start praying to whatever deity. I don't know what that word is. Deity? Deity? I
don't know.
Deity you believe in or don't believe in. Whatever God you believe in or don't believe in.
Yeah, no, what? Yeah. I suppose I couldn't say God because
if it's white, say good night. It's actually a good rhyme. If it's brown, lie down. If it's black,
I definitely heard that before, but I could never remember like what you actually do.
We should
like,
technically know it. Like we live in Canada.
Yeah, but I don't think there's bears roaming around. That's sad because I love to film The Golden Compass and I've always wanted a polar bear.
What?
I love to film The Golden Compass and I've always wanted a polar bear. I have a weird obsession with bears.
You like bears, do you?
Yeah.
I never knew that. Like
well, I don't pay attention to.
I like brother bear. Why is that your favourite animal?
Yeah, I think so. And
you didn't say bear was your favourite animal. Hi, buddy.
No,
sorry, my dog's back.
But I've said that when we done the whole question, like what wild animal would you have? I'm like 100% a bear. Like we've said it a few times.
How long ago was that?
Not that long ago.
I remember that question coming up when we were on yourself. We weren't even video recording.
No, it wasn't because we asked it to like 2 guests.
What did I say? I said sloth, was it?
Yeah.
No, that's what animal you would be.
No, if you could own a wild animal and you kept saying sloth because you think you're something, like that's not the question, but okay.
I didn't think you put bear. I thought you put giraffe.
No, I do really like giraffes, but I love a pet bear. I mean, I have no purpose for a giraffe. I don't live in a really tall building.
What's the purpose for a bear though?
Cuddly bear hugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what's the purpose for any pet, really?
That's true.
Like, yeah. He's like,
Do you want to close this door?
nah.
Yeah. The other one is, this one's
But
a
we
bit...
need to end after this one anyways, because
Yeah, we're going to end after this. But the next one is like not related to animals, which is actually good.
Did you read out any more? Oh,
Yeah,
we're still on that one.
We're still on this one. Cyanide poison is an incredibly painful way to die. Cyanide was what Johnstown consumed for mass suicide. Parents were instructed to give it to their children and convinced the crime was just fair. Edit. For those asking about how cyanide works. If memory...
Wait, I don't really get it. What?
So just let me finish it and I'll explain.
Right, sorry, yeah.
Edit. For those asking about how cyanide works, if memory serves from when I first read this and listened to the audio recordings, it feels like a massive, massive heart attack. It may not have taken too much time, but any time greater than instant is too long to suffer before death. So basically, Jonestown, was like a... I don't know the full ins and outs, but I can kind of remember. I think I've seen a documentary on it before. It was like a cult, and they basically had like a huge mass like suicides. So basically, what this cult convinced was to give the kids the cyanide and told them if all your kid starts crying, it's just out for you. But really, it's not. Like they're having a fucking what feels like a massive, massive heart attack. Jesus. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard that when I was like listening. I was like, this is not going into my brain. I'm not comprehending what she's saying.
I know, because
I get it now. Because I was like, what? Where's Jonestown? What now? But then when you explained it, I'm like, I actually have heard that before, but that's fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
so I wouldn't recommend drinking cyanide or taking cyanide.
Or like adding poisonous or that you don't know where it's come from or what it's doing. But yeah, there's that addition and good.
But yeah. But that's for this episode. And before we finish, I'm actually just have to find out. My friend just texted me to congratulate my friend Anthony and Sarah on getting a house.
Congratulations. That's huge.
But yeah, I'm so happy for them. I know they were waiting a while.
I'm jealous.
Yes, I'm very jealous.
Oh, that's so cute.
So yeah, just she asked for a shout out, so there's a shout out. We have congratulations. I will fly home for the housewarming if you ever have one.
See you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the belly thing. And if you're listening on audio, Apple, Spotify, please follow and leave a review if you can. And as always, follow our Instagram at the Workouts Club. Yeah, and we hope you entered the giveaway if you didn't. Oh yeah. Well, when this comes out, the giveaway will have just ended. So keep an eye out for another one for the winners to be announced and any more giveaways. Yeah, so enjoy and bye.